New Ripple partnership, got you covered. Coinbase saying a bunch of big companies want to get into blockchain, got you as well. Big guy getting caught for doing something nefarious with crypto? Well, it happens every day, but I got a new story for you. You want to talk XRP price along with Sailor going nuts AF?
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Got a bunch of stories to cover today, like the financial services group meeting in the house. Yeah, I know, they're going live. Hey, you want to listen in?
Unsolicited calls and text messages triggered by the sale of my personal data. So I refinanced a house. I got a home equity line of credit four or 5 months ago, and then
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to do a live stream, because there's a lot of crap like this and probably a little bit of crypto stuff sprinkled in. But let's do this. Let's talk crypto and your comments and have some fun today. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Fabio Solari says, how silly of me. I wished you happy birthday without something. That's right, I celebrated a birthday here as of recently. Thank you for the birthday wishes and thank you for the support. I greatly appreciate it. Kay Shui says, little Event Horizon for that S. Yeah, I did. I dropped an Event Horizon movie ref in there. Did you catch it? Pedro Curo says, morning, my friend Klaus. Bell on the hell, yeah. Not missing your news is a good way to be well informed. Keep up with your awesome work, buddy. I appreciate it. Now look. We're getting some cryptos kind of thawing and moving a little bit, but we need more. The USA China talks, they're moving the stock markets, but the crypto markets aren't really moving just yet. Heat map, screw it. Want to listen to people on the hill? Not a chance. Want to listen to her real quick? Or a little bit of Freddie got fingered super fast and then get into crypto? Fuck yeah, let's do it.
You know, wire the money to Geneva last week. I say Geneva, you hear Helsinki?
Name the movie, my good peeps. All right, Coinbase reports 60% of Fortune 500 companies are working on blockchain projects. It's one thing to work on them, but it's another thing to launch them and actively participate in them. Based on a survey by EY and Parthenon in January, nearly 20% of 500 executives now see on-chain projects as an important part of their long-term plan. Coinbase also said that around 80% of institutional buyers plan to put more money and increase their crypto exposure this year. That's a good sign. We just want them to build something that we're going to use. In addition, the study found that 46% of small and medium-sized businesses that don't already use crypto plan to in the next 3 years. 82% of these businesses the technology could help them with more financial pain points. So crypto is obviously seen as a tool for many things. And for a lot of businesses, it's bringing in new customers, new capital, revenue source. Either way, it's all linked down below. If you want to read it, there's a lot of stats in here. I mean, a ton of really good stats. So if you're into crypto, zoomed out big, global stuff, global adoption, this is definitely worth a read. Just in, 60% of Fortune 500 companies are working on blockchain. I like it. I do like it. Now, Sailor, let's go on the maxi end of things. Now let's swing it on over to Sailor. Michael Saylor reveals his real numbers behind his BTC strategy. All right, let's learn. MicroStrategy generated a BTC gain of 76,000 year-to-date, worth 8.4 billion, 17.1% yield for the year. Just a bunch of stats. A lot of stats in the beginning part of this video. I just wanted to show this because some of you are like, okay, where does he stand with this? And also, what is he doing with this? This gives you some insights on that. Russian crypto CEO charging $530 million laundering scheme tied to U.S. sanctions. Uh-oh, someone's in trouble. In a sweeping indictment that highlights the growing enforcement on sanctions and evasion and crypto misuse, U.S. federal prosecutors have charged Russian national Yuri Gunin with running a sophisticated cross-border money and laundering scheme through his crypto platform Evita. Now, some of you out there like to get into some wacky and wonky things in the blockchain world. Look, you do you, I do me. Just please be careful what you're getting into. Between June of 2023 and January 2025, Guggenheim allegedly processed over $530 million via U.S. banks and crypto services to bypass sanctions and finance Russian institutions. Oh, Elizabeth Warren's going to have fun with this one. The Department of Justice has arrested Guggenheim on Monday in New York, where he began residing in a luxury Manhattan apartment. Ooh, nice. He now faces 22 counts on federal indictment, including wire fraud, conspiracy to defraud the U.S., violation of export controls, and multiple counts of money laundering. All right, let's get to some Ripple ecosystem news. Ripple scores major institutional win as Guggenheim tax XRP ledger. Okay. Ripple just scored a major win as Guggenheim Treasury Services, a big name in the commercial paper space, has brought its digital commercial paper product to the XRP ledger. Oh, DCP is a short-term debt product backed by U.S. Treasuries and rated prime 1 by Moody's. It's a go-to asset for institutional investors looking for safe, yield-bearing products. It is now available on XRPL. Tokenized action. Is it helping out right now with the price of XRP? No, it is not, but it's good for the ecosystem. This makes DCP a lot more flexible for institutions that manage cash or settle trades. It cannot be used for cross-border payments as collateral to support liquidity needs. Here's that announcement. It's actually a press release from Ripple. So this is like real. This is how you know this is real stuff. Not like stupid stuff like, oh, the Russian stock market's built on XRPL. No, it's not. Again, good for the ecosystem. Is it going to have direct related price action? No, of course not. But hey, building is building, and I'll be honest with you, at this point, we need whatever we can get because, like, look, it's not that sexy on the screen. We're in the friend zone. I mean, BTC's not in the friend zone, I gotta be honest with you. BTC is like 2% away from all-time highs. Yeah, BTC not in the friend zone. BTC is in the juicy profit zone for most players out there. XRP, though, is in the friend zone. Let's look at XRP price. Over the last 7 days, yes, you've seen some wild swings here from $2 to $2.30. Nothing like we've seen, though, as before, like the whole Gensler action. Nothing like we've seen near the beginning of the year. Zooming out to the beginning of the year, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Where once we broke that $2 mark, things were crazy. Now, look, we did get above that $3 mark here in the early part of January, mid part of January, but we're far away from that. And to get us there, you're going to need some tariff action between the United States and China. You're going to need something to happen with these people right here, and oh, God, it's boring AF, so I don't want to listen to it. And by the way, this thing is like already 3+ hours long. Trust me, I saved y'all a big one. The reality is this, though. XRP needs something juicy. Tokenization, good for the ecosystem of XRPL. Not necessarily good, though, for price action right now. So crypto adoption is growing with S&P 500 companies, basically the big ones out there, and I think that's good. Ripple with a partnership, tokenization, okay, good for the ecosystem. But what do we really want? We want price action news. And that's going to move on the United States and China trade deal. Now, they are meeting in England. This should be wrapping up like any moment now. And we haven't heard any big blockbuster deals yet. But that's what we need right now. Like, I get all this news is cool. I get it's awesome that, you know what I mean, like, these players are working on stable coins and blockchain projects, and companies like, oh yeah, in the next 3 years, 82% of us plan to get into crypto. Like, I get that. But what do we really want? We want price action. And to get that price action, we need macros to improve. We need inflation to really, really go away. And I mean stay the F away. Because let's be real here. Things are still pretty expensive. Even though the inflation rate is going down, it's still very expensive. We need a little bit of geopolitical turmoil to kind of chill the F out. I talked about the tariff stuff already. And what else do we need? Well, we need to fix the problem with no regs, and we need to fix the problem with bots in crypto. So hopefully these Congress people can get their things going, because what we really need is price action. Because the friend zone is boring AF, and for any of you dudes out there that have been put in the friend zone by a chick you really wanted to, with, yeah, it sucks. So that's the news, good or bad, happy or sad, choo-choo what? Choo-choo biz nacho.